Hello, good people. Hello, good people. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. If you can, please type a one in the chat. Do me a favor, type a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clearly, please. Excellent, excellent. We're cooking with gas. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it definitely is a pleasure and my honor to be able to share with all of you today. And I'm only always concerned only about the people who show up. 156 people registered and said they would show up today. So perhaps some people will show up late. But it's getting really, really close. It's getting very close right now. I think a lot of people really don't understand the magnitude of what we have going. They really don't. And I hope it's not too late for them. They may not be able to get on the first wave, but hopefully they'll wake up in enough time to get on the second wave. And really, this is also a leadership challenge in that we all need to be getting in touch with our people and be really concerned about them and getting them to show up, getting them to show up as they ought to, because a lot of people are going to miss out humongously, humongously. And I don't know where people are going to get another opportunity to be able to be in this kind of a position for such a time as this. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you go back and you talk to people, prayerfully guide them, you know, to be serious about their future, to be serious about their goals, to be serious about where they want to get to in life. Now, I want to share with you real quick um, this page here. This is, can you all see my email now? Type a two in the chat if you can, please. Is my email showing now? My other computer is taking its time. I usually use 2 or 3 computers when I do this so I can see what everybody else is seeing. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I hope that you all got to read what I wrote here. Okay, this was actually something that one of the other team members in our leadership group wrote that she was sending to her people. And at the last minute, I went ahead and decided to include that in what I'm sending to you today. So if you have not read it, please go back and read it and copy it, send it to your teammates. All right. And then beyond that is I shared a quick 2-minute video here.
Recording in progress.
Excuse me. That's my other computer deciding to wake up so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So please indulge me. Okay. Now I'm hearing myself over again. Let's go ahead and cut this out. Okay, there we go. All right. Looking good. We're cooking with gas. So this short video right here, it's only 2 minutes. And I asked that people would listen to it. Every time that I send something, I put as much as possible, I try to include a homework. And it's a short homework, because out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, right? And we all have to stay engaged. So I put things to help people stay engaged. If you can imagine that, Okay, I sent this to 190 people. Can you imagine that? 190 people. And I requested that, if when people listen to it, just go ahead and just type number 23, done, and send it over. Because it's basically to help to inspire. We cannot motivate anybody, but we sure enough can inspire them, because motivation has to come from within. But it's difficult for a person to get motivated if they are not inspired. So that's why we send this. And then also we also want to always be training. And this is why I included this, how to build your VYB team using the PS3. Megan had shared that with us, and it is fantastic. So I put it in here and actually wrote down everything you need to say and everything you need to write down. And it's so short, just between these green lines right here. Okay. And of course, the instruction on the bottom. When I learned about this, I keep trying to remember when it was that I actually joined, and oftentimes I think only my sponsor can know that. I know that I heard of Megan did her meeting on the 17th. And Rosalind, if you know the dates that I actually joined, please type it in the text. Rosalind is my upline. And when you go into your back office, you can see the date that each person joined. I know it was in December. She did her first meeting on the 17th. And then she went to Mexico for about 3 days vacation. And in between then is when I heard about it and did about a 5-hour investigation for myself, trying to find out who these twins are, who Dre was, who Dre is, and what have they done in the past, and what kind of people are these people. I watched videos all over. I went to their YouTube. They say successful people make decisions fast and they're slow to change it. But unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and they change it every second. So it's no wonder why they are unsuccessful. So what I do is I go and research whatever it is I'm going to get involved in. I watch 5 hours worth of video right away. And then I said, this is it. And then I immediately reached out to a ton of people in my database. And within the next week, I had signed up about 34 people. And then I continued to sign to sign people up. And so far, I think I've gotten about 44 or 45 people that signed up. And out of that, 36 people have paid their $36. So it's all intentional. What I try to share with people is, what is it that you want? Where is it that you're going? What is it that's hindering you? That's all that VYB is all about. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's not about VYB. It's what do we want to do? Where do we want to be? Now, beyond that, I went ahead and as I've always done, I created a web page inside of this system right here so that our people could have something to share. Because in any of these network marketing situations that you are, okay, so I joined, thank you very much. So I joined on the 22nd of December. And most of the people who joined with me joined within the first week. Imagine where they're sitting right now, if they appreciate it, if they understand it. if they take advantage of it. Because taking appropriate massive action, swift, appropriate, massive action, write that down. Swift, appropriate, massive action. You've got to take swift, appropriate, massive action. Put that in the chat, please. In anything that you do that you're going to be intentional, that you want to win, you want to do well with, you've got to take swift, appropriate, massive action, and take ownership. And so this is my responsibility. The buck stops here. And I know people will say, but wait a second. You've been this, and you've done this, and you've done this. I don't know how to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think about it, swift, appropriate, massive action. Okay? Swift, appropriate, massive action. Think about it. There was a time that you didn't even know how to speak. Now we can't shut you up. Right? There was a time you didn't know how to walk, but you learned. There's a time you didn't know how to write, but you learned. Whatever you do, just think about it. All the different things that you never knew you could do, you could not do, because you are a winner. You are born to reign. You are born to succeed. Everything to succeed is within you. You figured out a way to know how to do it, and you've been doing it. So what's different? Decision, intention, desire. I generally tell people, look for people who are, there's got to be passion about anything that you're doing in order for it to succeed. Show me somebody who's successful at anything, and I will show you somebody who's passionate. There's got to be passion, So I say find people who are angry, number one. That's the first emotion, angry. Right? Type down angry. Find people who are angry. They're angry at what? They are angry at their personal current situation. Because see, if you're happy with it, you're not going to move on. You're not going to have the inspiration, the maybe even desperation or motivation to change. But when you're angry about something, it tends to lead you to do something. That's the first emotion. The second emotion, write this down, it's hungry. Hungry. So not only are they angry about what they're at, they're hungry to see a change. Hungry. If you're full, you're not going to be hungry. Right? You're not hungry. And you're going to take the swift, appropriate, massive action. You're not going to do it. So there's got to be passion involved. Now, that all comes from within. You can create that. Sometimes you have to think about. I remember just the other day, Reagan was telling us that she intentionally designs her dreams before she goes to bed. As she's laying down, she's in charge of her dreams, because all those things that she's thinking about, dreaming, her aspirations and goals, all of a sudden you slip into sleep and you continue. That's what I've been doing for years myself. I just never put a name to it like that. So we've got to do those. It's got to be intentional. Now, so beyond, I said all this to say, even if you're going to use a system, you have to have these things that I mentioned ahead of time. Okay? You've got to have the anger, and you've got to have the hunger. And then you got to have a system. You got to have a system. So you have a goal, and then you have a system. You'll have a goal because you know what you're angry about. You know what you're hungry for, right? That brings your vision. Okay. Now, please go ahead and mute yourself out. Thank you for muting them out. Okay. So I just want to share some things with you today. But we are so close, ladies and gentlemen. We are so close. Listen, what I wrote in this email, go and read it, please. Please, please, please go and read it. 48 hours ago, I sent you a different homework. That homework was only 36 minutes. I don't know how many people bothered to watch it twice. I was on the call and I watched it twice. This is what helps to feed your passion, your knowledge, your ability, is staying focused and staying engaged with the things that matters so that your actions will become almost automatic. You don't have to think about it. That's where you want to get. It becomes a habit. So in the system, I created right here something that people would not have to pay for, right? And I'll show it to you real quick. It's a web page. Oh my goodness. Let's see. If you go to the VYB, VYB, yeah, the vibe.vip, the vibe.vip. I know it was working before. Okay, so here we are. I taught myself web development in 2098. And I've authored over 150 websites. And anytime I will be in network marketing, I will create tools like this and funnels to help people, because you should not be the storyteller. You should just be directing people. You should be a tour guide. You're guiding them to what they're going to learn about. And this is so short. And then it has links that lead them to other places. The vibe, the VIP. It's that simple. I purchased that domain name. I put this together and I've been sharing it for weeks now. This is what I used. You know, they say success has clues. Now all we need to do is follow the clues. Now, as we move in, because I hope most of you have been on the recent calls. As we move in and we're going to be going full, I think perhaps on Monday, we'll start to be able to still get people who can pay $25. I was able to get so many that the money for my product is going to come out of what I've made. You can still do it. Who says you can't? Who says you cannot? You just have to be intentional and make that decision. And believe that your God that you got you this far ain't done with you yet. I don't care how old you are. He's not done with you yet. Because what I believe is this. Before the foundation of the earth, there was something that God needed to have done. Before the foundation of the earth, there was something God needed to have done in 2025. And he saw you. And he said, that's the person who's going to do this particular thing. Because no manufacturer creates anything without a purpose in mind. And Elohim Manufacturing Incorporated is no different. Every manufacturer creates their creation with a purpose in mind. And here's what's unique about that. Apple, when they created the iPad or the iPhone, Do you believe they had a purpose in mind? Type yes if you agree with that. They had a purpose in mind. Now, do you think they thought, you know what? Once we create this iPad, it probably won't be able to send emails. It probably won't be able to receive email. It probably won't be able to show people stuff on YouTube. It probably won't be able to operate for Facebook. No, they put everything in it to fulfill the purpose. And then they tested it. It went through quality control before they stamped their name on it. They put their image on it. Before that, well, you know what? Elohim Manufacturing Incorporated, when they created us, there was a purpose. And they put everything in us to fulfill that purpose before he put his image on us. We just got to believe this passionately. And he saw you going from point one to point done. And then he caused you to be birthed. Now go through the process. But unfortunately, from the time we are born, we're being corrupted and told, no, you're not a creator. No, you're not awesome. No, there is no greatness in you. No, you better do this. You better go get a job. Better go to school and get a loan that you'll never get out from under. And pay bills, get a job, work 40 hours a week for 40 years, and then retire on 40% of what was not enough in the first place. That's what they fed into our psyche. And that's not what God saw from the very foundation of the earth. He said to go and be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over everything other than people, especially over the gifts and the talents that he placed inside of you. This is what I love about VYB. Because VYB is about, okay, so you don't know what that gift is? You don't know what that talent is? Don't take it to the grave and bury it like that unbelieving servant that buried his talent. No. VYB is about, okay, coming to this ecosystem. This is the kind of story that you want to talk about. People talk with people. They're not concerned about the products and whatever. They just want to see how excited, how engaged we are. What do we believe? What's it going to do for us? What's it going to do for you? That's what they want to hear. They don't want to follow a parked car. They want to associate with people who got something going, who have seen something. And they'll figure out. And so as we're talking to people and engaging them with this plan that I mentioned here, the only thing they care about is, do you care? So what do you tell them? You talk about them. You listen and listen and listen, and they're going to tell you what they need for you to sell them. And then beyond that, what they want to know. So now when you listen and you tell them what some of the resources could be to help them reach their goal, now they know they care. You care, because they don't care how much we know until they know how much we care, right? And then the next thing they need is this, because the word says, and they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and what? The word of their testimony. So what's this going to do for you? You have to practice that. Talk to yourself about that. What is VYB going to do for you? And now you're overlaying that on how can they see how this could help them? They'll figure it out. But they won't want to get away from you because you figured it out. And now they can go and learn about all the details. But what's going to keep them in there is that they now see it as a solution to alleviate their pain. So all this right here is just a resource to be able to get to that. But most of what you need is in you, and you start working. Start working on what you need to do to make things happen for you. I see VYB as this. Maybe you can write it down. I don't see it as another MLM. I don't see it as a Forex company. I don't see it as a crypto company. I see VYB because, see, the label you place on something will determine how much you value it and what you're going to get out of it. If you got that, say, I got it. Type, I got it. The label you place on anything will determine the value that you place on it and the value you're going to get out of it. So here's the value I place on VYB. I say VYB is a higher institution for financial and entrepreneurial empowerment, the deployment of purpose, and the attainment of life goals. Let me repeat that. I see VYB as the higher institution of financial and entrepreneurial empowerment, okay, and purpose deployment, and the attainment of personal lifetime goals. Where else could you get that for $259 a month? Where? So if people don't see the value, then $10 a month is too much to pay. If you agree with me, say I agree. Type I agree. If they don't see the value, $10 a month is too great to pay. Too much. But if they see the value and they see a $200,000 value, and you tell them they're going to pay $2,000 a month, they will beg you to let them pay $2,000. The same person who said $10 was too much. So the reason people are not making money is because they're not bringing value to the table. So what value can we bring to the table? We can bring the value of making available to people a higher institution of financial and entrepreneurial empowerment, purpose deployment, and the attainment of life's goals. What value would you place on that? And if they say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, first of all, define how that affects you. And you may have to practice that. And think about it, you know, and say it to yourself. Because words are powerful. So I say this, ladies and gentlemen, because this thing is about to go into full gear. And this is where I'm at. This is what Megan has told us. They said all those people that you got, that you sponsored, that they joined you in week number 1, go get 3 new people. So I asked her in one of our private meetings. I said, well, what do you do with all those people? She said, you know what? They have had enough time around you to be leaders and own it and duplicate what you're doing. If they're not doing it now, they're probably never going to do it. And it's easier to give birth than to raise the dead. Wow. So I have to say to myself, is my goal, my desire, my passion, is it big enough? Is it strong enough? Am I angry enough? Am I hungry enough to go and do it over again? Go get 3 new people, because every single one of you on listening to my voice right now, you probably came in so early that you have quite a few people under you that when they open up, you're going to make some serious money. When that story gets told, when that testimony gets shared, we're going to have a tsunami. A tsunami. And the 30,000 people who were asleep, that's when they're going to wake up. That's what's going to happen. But you have to have your mindset. This is the reason why 95% of the people never attain financial freedom. Only 5% do. But why can't we be amongst that 5%? 95% of the people only earn 5% of the world of the wealth. 95 only earn 5% of the wealth. The other 5% who are intentional, purposeful, the other 5% earn 95% of the wealth. And it is our choice on which side we want to belong. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take some questions now. But before I do that, I want to introduce you to one of our members here. You know, last week we started a situation where we would share, we would have people share with us who they are, right? Who they are. Why did they join VYB? Why did they join VYB? How many people did they bring on board personally? And what are they doing to make the dream work? Do me a favor, if somebody could type that in the chat. Number 1, who are you? Miss Shirley, maybe you can type that for us, please. Number 1, who are you? Number 2 is the why. If you're not positioned to do that, somebody else could go ahead and do that. Number 1 is who. Number 2 is why. Why did you join? Number 3 is how. How many people did you personally sponsor so far? And number 4 is, what are you doing now What is happening? What are you doing to make it happen for you? So who are you? Why did you join? How many people did you sponsor? And what are you doing to make the dream work? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a good recruiter of people, you better go master those 4 questions. You better go master those 4 questions, because that is precisely what's going to inspire people to create motivation within them to say, man, I don't want to be a nobody. And I don't want to follow a parked car, and this person is on the move. I'm going to hitch my wagon to them. So the person I want to bring out to share with us right now, and then after that, we're gonna take some questions, ladies and gentlemen. Person I want to bring that to share with us is a gentleman that I really appreciate very much. I've known him just a few years now. He is a student. He is always learning. But of all, he's a very, very sharp individual. He's a very organized man. I love him because, like me, he's an ex-military person, and in the military, they taught us how to take orders without question, discipline, and they taught us how to give orders and to expect compliance without question. That is what is needed to become super wealthy. That kind of discipline. And he's a team player. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a few months ago, I actually nicknamed this gentleman G-Man. G-Man. He's a giant of a man, for one. He's a guidance man because he's full of wisdom. And I want him to be the person that's going to go ahead and take 3 minutes to share with us those questions that I discussed with you. And recently, he was able to meet with our illustrious leader, Miss Megan Lynch. So here you see Mr. Rashawn G. Man Malone. Met her in
Thank you.
Woodland Hills. Go ahead, my friend.
Thank you, Coach, for the great accolades. I appreciate it. And God bless you and your family and everybody that's on this call. Who I am a divine spark from the Most High, and I am sovereign in my being that's here on this earth. And that's who I am. I was born in a place called Tyler, Texas. I'm ex-military, Air Force Reserves, loved it. I have a daughter, 3 grandsons, and I have 1 great-grandson and a great-great-grandson's on the way. Why did I join? I've been in and out of network marketing for over 40 years. This is the best of the best, in my opinion, because it has everything in it. And also, it will allow me to create a legacy for my family, because I've had a pretty good life. And also be able to, I have found my passion in life, my cause, my mission in life, and that's to become a full-time humanitarian and philanthropist. I can do that in VYB. The money is unlimited. When I mean unlimited, unlimited. How many people did I sponsor? 25 people. And I have 10 strong leaders within that 25. What am I doing to stay afloat? and on the boat, I know that kind of rhymed a little bit, but is that we have a phenomenal leader. She is anointed. I have listened to her 3 times in person. It's something that takes over, and it's the Spirit of God that takes over. And she is really has that divine spirit within her. But since I became into Vibe as being engaged, and I stayed plugged in. I stayed plugged in by being on the Telegram. I'm on Telegram at least 15 to 20 times a day. I'm in every webinar, mornings and the afternoons for me, because I'm on the Pacific Standard Time Zone. And also, I'm going to build this like I don't have it. Yes, I came in December the 21st, and I know there's thousands of people under me.
Good
But
morning. As you
I'm
step
going to
out
get
today,
my
may
3 people and then help those 3 people get their 3 people. I'm going to build this just like I don't have that large gathering under me. So, in saying that, the business of Vibe has to be in you. And when that's done, you can flourish. Yes, it's going to be a lot of people that are asleep, and they're not going to they're going to miss the first wave. But believe me, when that second wave is coming, 70,000 is not going to be, it's nothing compared to that second wave. But that's all
Awesome.
I got, Coach. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Love you. Love your work. Love everything that our communications, and it will continue.
Excellent.
That's all I have to
Excellent.
say.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my man. We really appreciate you. Now, everybody, what I also want to share with you is that I too had a distinct opportunity to meet with our illustrious leader in California. I'll share with you real quick my situation, who I am. Okay. I'm Kola Oyenuga, aka Coach Kola, born in Nigeria, raised in London, England. I have a wife of 40 years. We have 5 kids, 2 boys and 3 girls. Unfortunately, our 2 boys passed away as adults, but you know what? Life goes on. We've got 3 girls left, 12 grandkids. I'm an ex-fighter pilot, retired from financial services of 33 years. I've been 43 years doing network marketing, starting with Art Williams. 29 years I've been ordained as a minister and a pastor of the Kingdom of God. 27 years I've been the founder of the Kingdom Training and Cultural Center. And why did I join? Why did I join Vibe? Basically, what I want to do is I want to be the Bill Gates of my family. I want to be the Rockefeller of my family. I want to be the who's who of my family. You know, our girls are doing great. You know, 2 of them graduated UC Berkeley, got their masters and all that. Got a couple of jobs. We've got 12 grandkids, and it's tough to stay afloat, even with 2 jobs and all your degrees. So where does that leave my grandkids? That's my passion, ladies and gentlemen. And my passion also is that what God placed on my heart is discipleship. Discipleship. They asked Jesus, they said, you know, when will the end come? He said, listen, you're going to hear of wars and tribulations and rumors of war, you know, and pestilences. He said, but the end is not yet. He said, when this gospel of the kingdom of God is preached in all the nations, then shall the end come. That was 2,000 years ago. How well have we done so far? There's 8.2 billion people on the face of the earth. 8.2 billion. 2,000 years ago. And we got about 2.4 quote unquote Christians. People who have adopted, kind of sort of adopted what Jesus was talking about. 2.4 billion. In 2,000 years, guess what? Facebook did 3 billion in 20 years. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. And people say, Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. He already told us when it's going to happen. And if you're still alive today, it's because he ain't done with you. So when are you going to find what your purpose is? What are you going to do about it? And how many people are you going to help disciple? He gave me an amazing plan that I've been working on all these years. And then all of a sudden, VYB came with all the resources to put it together. It'll blow your mind if I got a chance to actually share with you the details of this. But what about you? What's in your heart? What's your passion? What's your desire? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What kind of mark do you want to leave? What kind of people do you want to associate with? Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So what I've done about it is I went and shared, and I'm sharing, and I'm going to continue to share. All right. Now, I'll go ahead and take questions real quick, and then because I don't like this to be way too long, I'll take questions, and then we'll go ahead and move on to something else. So if you have any questions, please put up your hand, and you'll be acknowledged, and you can share with us. You can share with us what it is you want to share with us. All right, everybody. So don't be bashful. You know, there's so much happening. I explained some things in the videos that I sent to you. I mean, Megan explained it in the email that I sent. I showed you that portion. That I also explained some things, you know. So if you have questions, now is the time to go ahead and let us know what it is so that we can be of help to you. Okay, everybody? So don't be bashful. And if you don't have any questions, that's okay. We'll go ahead and move on, and we'll go to work. So any other questions, anybody? Any comments? Just go ahead and raise your hand, and you'll be acknowledged, and go ahead and open up your mic, and let's hear what you have to say. Is everybody able to talk? Type a 3 in the chat, please, if you're hearing me okay. Excellent. Excellent. So you're hearing me okay. Okay, any comments by any of the leaders? Any comments?
I wanted to say this as that I think a lot of things are people are digesting in their minds and they're thinking about what has just been said and what they, in my opinion, what took place today. Because if they noticed that it wasn't no vibe presentation, it was just from your heart and from everybody that spoke today. And I think they're just digesting and feeling it. And it was great, a change from the norm, but it was a great change from the norm in my perspective. And that's all I have to say. Great job for presenting it the way you did today.
Well, I appreciate that. Let me actually say something to that, though, that what you heard today was the vibe presentation. That was the vibe presentation behind the vibe presentation. See, a lot of times we hear stuff that is directed at our minds, but we are not moved really by what's in our mind. We're moved by what's in our hearts. The scriptural definition for your heart, it's not that pumping thing in your chest. You know what it is? Your imagination. You imagine everything before you do it. So that is basically what I wanted to do today, is to speak to the hearts of people. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. And out of the heart flow the issues of life. It's all out of your imagination. What is your perception? And what is your imagination? Because that's what you're going to act upon. So anyway, there was something else that I wanted to share with you. I think I'll leave it to another time, because I don't want to keep belabor this point any further. I hope that you wish that you had some people on, and I hope that you will invite other people on. I have invited some of the leadership who are not even on our team. I've because about a month ago, Megan suggested that we allow other people to attend our team huddles, but I just wasn't ready yet. I wanted to see who are the core we can come together, okay? Because I didn't want the place to be flooded and our people can't even get in. But I'm ready for that now, and I let the people know, okay? Because it helps everybody. It's one huge matrix. It's not about this person is mine and that person is yours. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I truly appreciate you. Once we move into full force, I will still be available, but not as available as I have been, because I'm going to be focusing on new blood. And people can still reach me. I'll still talk to you. Maybe we'll talk for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Sometimes I end up ministering to people for an hour. I love that. But my focus is going to be new blood. Because my goal is to be able to max out my matrix in 90 days. That's my goal. That's my desire. That's my passion. My goal is to take at least 12 people with me. Out of the 36 who have paid their money now, I'm going to see who are going to be the 12 that want to come and maximize their matrix also. And we'll show them what to do beyond what you saw today. Some great and wonderful and awesome tools and strategies we're going to be sharing. So I hope you invite other people and give them a break. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Coach Kola. Shireen, I just wanted to say thank you for your leadership and this call today. I haven't been on the calls all week, but I know I had to, I put my clock to alarm for this one, and I was not disappointed. And thank you. And thanks for Sean for sharing as well. And it is true what he's saying. We were just processing the information that you was giving us today, because yes, it was a vibe presentation, and I appreciated that. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Shireen. You're a great leader. It's great to hear from you. And let me hear from you some more.
Yes. Yes, I have been paying attention today. Thank you.
And thank you, Shirley, also.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Shireen. And Shirley, thank you very much, Miss Shirley York. We're going to do some awesome things. I'm so excited for you and honored to be working with you. And by the way, she is like 2 levels below me. And that's what I want to do. I want to find people who are angry, hungry, ambitious, desirous. They're not retiring, they're refiring. That's who I'm looking for. You know, I'm 73 years old, and I ain't done nothing yet, as far as I'm concerned. And here we are. God is not done with us. Okay, everybody. So if there's no other comments,
Excuse me.
yes, who is this?
This is done. Is there any, this is my first time. Is there any literature or website that I can go further and look at?
Absolutely. Right here. The one that I showed you all just a minute ago. Okay, I'm going to type it into the, or somebody can type it into the chat, please. The Vibe, the VIP. Now, somebody is on a speakerphone. That's what we're hearing, that reverberation, very disturbing. It's going to make the recording very bad. Let's mute them out.
If you can tell me the website, that'll be great. I'm legally blind, so I'm
Okay.
just listening.
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's The Vibe, THE, Vibe, VYB is in Bravo, The Vibe .VIP, like
Okay.
very important person, The Vibe .VIP. And you can go listen to a full 18-minute powerful presentation. And then once you've listened, who's your sponsor?
I just had a gentleman that sent the information to me.
Okay.
And I found it across, and I finally got in. I heard some of the stuff that you was talking about today, but his name is Mr. Artist.
Anthony Artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on our team. Get back with him. He's a wonderful guy, and in any way that can be of help to you, because listen, it doesn't matter what our situation is. It didn't catch God by surprise. He knew you would be wherever you are at today, whatever situation. He knew it, and yet he caused you to be birthed because he still has a job for you, and he has everything in you to complete it. And people he is putting around you. You being on this call today is not by accident. It's part of his provisioning you, because God of the vision is also the God of the provision. So you can do this. Just continue to rely on him, talk to him every day, and take action, just like you took action and you asked a question today. Always be taking action. What's your name, my brother?
My name is Rufus.
What is that again?
Rufus, RUFUS.
Oh, Rufus. Okay. A pleasure to meet you, my friend. Okay. You got a good man, Anthony, there. And Anthony's upline is Mr. Rashawn Malone that you just talked to, that you just saw today. So you're in good hands. You're in good hands. Okay, great. Is there any other person? If not, we'll go ahead and close it up right now. I will do my best to get this up onto our playlist that you see here, which is vibe.coachcola.video, our YouTube playlist. Almost every call that they do, I record them and I put them on this playlist. So there's no excuse. You can get up at 2:00 in the morning and go ahead and take care of what you missed on the live webinar and watch it. Okay? It's vibe.coachcola.video. That's what I'm showing you right here, right now. Okay. So somebody can type that in the chat so you can copy it. All right. And once you get there, what you want to do, you want to scroll up so that you can see the latest videos first.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Mark, and
So on this site on YouTube, you see right here on the right on the right hand side. You see these are all the videos that they've been doing, that they've been showing since when I got on around December. I record just about every single one of them. So there's absolutely zero excuse not to know what's going on. If you agree with that, type yes in the chat, please. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody, we'll call it a day. Thank you, and have a fantastic time. Get on these calls, 8 o'clock and 12 noon Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, get on these get on the corporate webinars. Take notes and share. Do the needful. Take care of business. Okay, everybody? Bye for now. We'll talk to y'all later on.